Welcome to another podcast, ladies and gentlemen. مرتضی جان خوشحال هستم که امشب تو رو مخاطب خود دارم.
تشکر. من خوشحال هستم که دوباره به برنامه آمدم. Thank you.
امروز تازه از یک چیز خلاص شدیم، ساکر تورنمنت در دندنونگ. رزالت یا نتیجه بازی معلوم شده یا نه تا؟
ولی نه دیگه نشد که چون دیر شده بود، روز یکشنبه بود، صبح هم دوشنبه، باز خیلی کسا کار رای بودن با خاطر زود شدن نتونستک. باز ما از خاطر زود برشدیم باید یک پادکست کنیم به خاطر تنها دلیل، یک از دلایلی که امروز این پادکست ما گفتیم ریکورد کنیم همی بوده که یک بعضی اتفاقاتی که در کنسرت جاوید شریف همیشه جمعه رخ داده بود که بعضی دوستا واقعا ناراحت شده بود و یکی هم منیجمنتی کنسرت یک سری نکاتای کلیدی اونجی که باید ذکر شدن انشالله که در آینده این مشکلات تکرار نشونن.
آره.
دقیقاً همی برای اطلاع دوستایی که ممکن خبر نداشته باشه، کنسرت جاوید شریف و مدینه اکنازاروف اکنازاروف از تاجیکستان دمی تاریخ 6 می در ملبورن برگزار شده بود. دیشب فکر کنم در ادلاید بود و هفته آینده در سیدنی است و هفته بعدیش یا هفته آینده فکر کنم جمعه در سیدنی است، شنبه در بریزبین است. در قسمت میس منیجمنت یا ضعف مدیریتی از اونو اشاره کردین نعیم جان. همینجی اگر چند مثال را که اگر مد ذهن دارم، چند مثال خود داری، منظورت از این موضوع بیشتر چی هست؟
I'll just quickly elaborate on this because I was we bought VVIP tickets and you bought all the tickets for everyone, right? So I've got my tickets and I went there and I sit on my chair. A few minutes later, security guy just came in and showed me another ticket which was the exact same seat number as mine, and asking me to leave because the ladies that he had brought with him wanted to sit there, of course, because the seat was sold twice. And I looked at my ticket and I looked at her ticket and it was the exact seat number. But as my security guard, I'm going, have you guys sold two tickets like for the one chair? Was security guard کسی خیلی شرمنده شد. He was, I think, part of the management team as well.
Right.
Yeah, he was really apologizing and کلمت گرفته بود خیر است دیگه. ما گفتیم نه چیکار کنم دیگه، زنا را آورده ولی ما باید بالشونم دیگه. باز ما گفتیم مشکل نیست، زنا شما بفرمایید بشینین ما رقص کنیم.
اتفاقا در قسمت از رقص ما یک نقطه مهم میخوایم اشاره کنیم. ما قبل از یک بک‌گراند اگه بخوایم بدیم در مورد از اینکه چی رقم تیکت ما دست یافتیم و چه اتفاق افتاد. 3 دونه تیکت VVIP ما برای از خود و از تو فرید خریده بودم و با اضافه از او 3 دونه تیکت VIP دیگه برای یک دوست دیگه ما خریده بودیم. باز روزی که ما رفتم تیکت رو پیکاپ کردم و 3 دونه VVIP را داشت ولی 3 دونه تیکت VIP اصلا دو زیر از اون نامی که ما پرداخته بودیم و کانفرم هم کرده بودن اونا که تیکتاش ما آماده است به این تسلیم شویم. اونجا رفتیم در زیر از اون نام اصلا اون تیکت نبود.
تیکتایش نبود.
اما تیکتایی که در زیر نام ما بود و 3 دونه بود VVIP رو داد مرا، 3 دیگه اصلا نبود. باز ما تماس گرفتم امروز نفر مسئول از فهیم جان، باز اونا گفتن که اولا خو یک روز دو روز مرا تال داد تا اینکه گفت من دنبال از این میگردم، باز شما یک دفعه برم در دکان ببینم که چه اتفاق افتاده. بعد از او باز روزی آخر ما امروز صحبت کردم روز کنسرت، گفت شما خیلی یک نفر دیگه در همنام هم کسی که شما تیکت خریدن همنام از او تیکت گرفته، شما در روز کنسرت بیاین اونجا، باز ما شما را از چوکی‌های خودتان کده چوکی‌های بهتر براتون ما تسلیم میکنیم.
How can you do that? You've already sold those tickets.
یعنی موضوع دیگه ما خلاصه ما متوجه نشدم، اما به هر حال گفتم شاید یگان چوکی‌های بوده باشه که قبلا رزرو کرده برای خود و ما را می‌خواید اونجا بشن یا هم زد دنبال جنجالش نبودم، گفتم تا جایی که ما تیکت ما را خلاصه تسلیم میکنی. باز روز کنسرت که رفتیم خود فهیم اونجا دیدم، باز اونجا یک غنچه از پاکتا در دیسش بود، نامو نوشته بود. باز اونجا دیدم که در همنامی هم کسی که ما تیکت خریده بودیم یک پاکت هستن. باز پاکت ما رو داد، ما بدون از اینکه زیاد دربارش فکر کنیم دیگه پاکت پاره کردیم، تیکت رو گرفتیم، شماره چوکی رو مسئله نکردیم که واقعا وی آی پی است یا نیست نه
تو رو چک نکردی که تیکت ها وی آی پی یا وی آی پی یا
و اصلا نوشته نیست روی از تیکت وی آی
تیکت
پی
بودک نوشته بودک ما کاپی تیکت دارم وی آی پی
شاید جنرال تیکت داده بوده جنرال
وی آی پی بازمو رویشی که مثلا آی بودک از ما باز نمبر چوکیز ما 015 بودک
درسته آخه چون از ما و از تو فرید پالو بود نه چون ما ورسه تیکت یک جای خریده بودم نه 15 16 17 روی از مو سه نفر بود اما ما درباره تیکت جاوید فرنده رو گپ زدیم اما لحظه ما امو تیکتا رو ندیدم داخل شده نخوندم متوجه نشدم اما به هر حال ما داخل رفتیم دیدیم که امو جاوید جای نداره اصلا امو تا چوکی آخری رو رسونده باز گفت که ما وی آی پی گرفتیم باز به هر حال نفر مسئول از رو پیدا کردیم بدون از اینکه اضافه گویی شود اونجا دیگه بالاخره ما را یک دونه دو دونه چوکی خالی بر ما پیدا کرد ما را اونجا شاند اما واقعا معلوم نشد که چوکی های از جاوید شمارش چند بوده ای واقعا تیکت وی آی پی بوده نبوده یعنی خلاصه یک ضعف مدیریتی خیلی جدی اونجا بود
امیت کنویژن کسا نه تنها در حساب شما بلکه از او برای کسای دیگه هم اتفاق افتاده بود ما با دو دوستای دیگه کسی گپ زدم اونا هم کسی امی اتفاق برشان افتاده بود و کمی دیساپوینتینگ است وقتی که تو شو مثلا موری امرای با فامیل خسته برنامه جور کرده رفته تیکت گرفته and you've paid good amount of money for the seats that you wanted to and you like this guy's music you like her music but yeah exact same thing that happened I'm not really sure as to how it happened did you like deliberately sell two tickets of the same seats or was it just an accident because
but if it was an accident,
why did it happen
there were so many people?
That's fair.
It wasn't one, it wasn't two. There were few.
And that night, speaking to like other people that I didn't really know of, that I didn't know personally, they knew of people that this had happened to them as well, and that probably explains that row of people that were just standing on the two sides were
because they didn't have seats.
They didn't have any seats. Yeah, exactly.
They had double booked. I think that's where the problem
they're double
comes
booked.
from.
Yeah.
I think maybe they were afraid that people won't show up for them for the concert.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I think we probably because there's no. I guess instead of coming to a conclusion as to what the reason was, this was the problem, right? So these were the issues that we faced, and we weren't the only ones. There were so many other people that experienced the same thing. Now, it goes to show that it's not to target these group of people that have managed this necessarily, because like we want you to. We are customers of the business that you're providing, and we love to come to your event and celebrate with you, and we love for you to make money out of this. There is no problem. However, there is minimum expectations that people have when they pay their money, and you need to deliver that service that you promised, right?
Absolutely.
The least of which is having as an allocated seat, right? That is the basic of it, right? Now, how good your concert becomes, and there's obviously different elements to having a successful concert, but the minimum is a seat.
Give me my seat.
I paid for it.
I paid for it.
Now, I think that part, I guess we're raising that question here for the management of these concerts, because going forward, I know we're going to be having a lot more concerts. There's going to be a lot more other singers coming in, and it's kind of it's a bit of a question that needs to be answered, and for it hopefully not to happen again, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I love going to these events. These events are such beautiful events that you go there, and the time that you're actually there, you truly enjoy the music, and that's one of the reasons that you go to these concerts, right?
Yes.
But that concert, the management team having that. Not that organization skills are not there, and it's a bit disappointing.
The other thing that I noticed, I'm not sure if this is something that you guys picked up as well. I mean, obviously these events are becoming more family events as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So people are going there with their wives, their kids, and with their families, right? And this event needs to provide a safe space for everyone, and the security there was a little bit more questionable towards the second half after the dinner break. Basically, it was like a free-for-all kind of thing. Anyone was coming in, going out. And there were some people that I could honestly say that they should have been kicked out of the event because they were slightly disruptive. But but that didn't quite happen.
Yeah.
I agree
And
with
it's
that,
also
Yeah.
it's also the fact of the matter that there were a lot of people that perhaps didn't have tickets at all and they wanted to purchase on the like at the venue,
Yeah.
which is a common thing that happens in a lot of Afghani singers concerts, right? However, then the problem was that when the people that did have tickets, the securities were like, it was difficult. I mean, I understand that they were trying to do their jobs, and it was hard to distinguish between who has the tickets and who does not. And at times it was getting difficult. So everyone was being treated the same, basically. Those with VIP tickets, VVIP tickets, general tickets, or no tickets. And it was so hard to go to the toilet. Like, I went to the security guard and unintentionally I stopped him. I'm like, look, I have a ticket. I'm going to go to the toilet. When I come back, recognize me. So let me back in, yeah? And he's like, yeah. So I went to the toilet. When I came back, he almost did not let me in. And then I was like, mate, I just have 20 minutes, 5 minutes ago, I told you who I was.
I thought you went to the toilet for 20 minutes.
I had to correct that. I knew you were going to pick on that. So I think that was the part of it. And then, but another topic that I wanted to also raise was not allowing people to dance, right? Not having a dance floor.
Yes,
what do you guys think about that?
Murtaza, please.
Like all the other concerts that I've gone to, maybe these were like, really rowdy concerts that I've gone to, but I've gone to the, Indian singers, where Indian singers that come. Ajit Singh was there. I've gone to Rahat Fateh Ali Khan in New Zealand. Every single concert that I've gone to, there's been a space for people to dance. Either that or the seating style is stadium style seating. So that, you stand up and dance where you're standing.
There's enough room for you.
Yeah, there's enough room, and you're also not disturbing anyone. So this one here, the more expensive tickets, so the VVIP and the VIP tickets, they were like, everyone was like, it wasn't stadium style seating.
Yeah, everyone was the same.
I mean, talking about the venue, I mean, that wasn't a venue to have a concert in. Like,
true, yeah, it's more for like sports and things like that. So if one guy stood up, everyone behind him really couldn't see anything. And that middle row, that middle walkway, I feel like the security guards should have let people dance there, because they might not have gotten in. Basically, you should have some sort of space for people to dance. Yeah.
You know what? Because this is not a ghazal kind of singers, right? Like, we are talking about Jaweed, Sharif, and Madina, who are almost all of their songs are, you can dance to, and people actually go there expecting that it's going to be a happy, event, and you're going to be allowed to dance, because it's like, that's why you go there. If it was, I don't know, Dawood Sarkhosh, or maybe singers that don't necessarily sing songs that are happy songs, or dancing songs, makes sense. Here, you had to be thinking about a place for people to dance.
This was another big issue with the management, and the other
it's not because we love dancing, but it's
everyone
like,
wanted to dance. To be
well,
honest, you go to a concert, and if the music is good, you feel like dancing. Let's just be genuine about that. The other thing that I noticed, it was I felt discriminated, to be honest. I went because I took a bunch of flour from your car, and I wanted to hand it over to Madina. So I walked up to the stage and wanted to go up the stage. She was singing. I was just going to hand these flowers to her and welcome her, and she walked back. So these security people, they didn't let me go up stage. So they basically blocked me and said, you can't really do that. So I said, that's fine. What can I do with these flowers? So I was allowed to go from the down side, the front row, and I went from there and I just handed her the flower. So that was done. And later on, there were two ladies dancing. And they were dancing at the back, and security came and took those two ladies up on stage, and they danced with Jaweed Sharif.
Double standards, right? Like,
why wasn't I allowed to go on stage? Because I was told no one is allowed.
She wasn't. They weren't part of the event, were they?
No,
they were just guests.
They were guests. They were sitting behind us. They started dancing on the middle row with the walkway, where we were dancing. And then the security people came and took those two ladies up the stage.
Sexism, hey?
Yeah, and I genuinely felt discriminated. I'm like, because I was a male, that's why I wasn't allowed to go up on stage. why there's a double standard.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
It's sort of like you look a bit dodgy. That's why I don't allow you to go
Yeah.
upstage on the stage. That's sort of like what it's implying.
That's
Like,
that's
are you-
exactly what it's
Are
implying.
you
yeah.
scared of me going up the stage because you think I'm going to do something? Like, what is
Yeah.
your reason for stopping me?
Yeah.
But and all these things aside, both of these artists, Jaweed, Sharif and Madina, they're very good at what they're doing. So as artists, they from a technical perspective, I don't really know much about music, but
It was
as
entertaining.
it was entertaining. They were honestly good. Madina was,
Yeah.
she was really good. Yeah,
Really good. Yeah.
So I enjoyed their music when they were singing. Yeah.
Mm.
The other thing that speaking of discrimination, there was a comment a couple of times that Jaweed Sharif made against hecklers, because an event like that.
Yeah, a lot of people were actually talking about those comments.
Yes.
What were those comments? I wasn't there actually at the time when it happened.
So I was there, and I was I was paying pretty close attention to the event as things were unfolding. So in between his songs, Jaweed Sharif was making some comments, saying some stuff, and a group of people from the back yelled out something. It's like they either یاکی کدام خواندن فرمایش کرد یا کی چیزایی گفت مثلا مستش کو. Wasn't rude or anything. It was more like a mumble and a yell. And Jaweed Sharif responded to that. گفت که something along the lines of که شما از کجا آمدین؟ در خیال ما تازه از کشتی تا شده.
Why would you say that? A singer at your level, what does that comment mean?
And then I'll just say what happened first.
Yeah.
And then the second time, because we talked about dancing, the security guards weren't allowing people to go and dance, right? دو تا چند بچه‌ها بودن که دوباره رفتن همونجا می‌خواستن برقصن و می‌رقصیدن. بعد جاوید شریف گفت که در استرالیا قاچاق اومدن، در پیش استیج هم قاچاق اومدن. Don't quote me.
قاچاق اومدن یاد دارن.
رای قاچاق اومدن. Something along that که قاچاق اومدن، اینجا هم قاچاق اومدن. Something along that line, right? So this is بعد از بریک آمد و گفت که ما خودم یک پرسونای بسیار سیاسی و جدی ندارم. And گفت که ما بسیار افتخار می‌کنم from all these achievements. I don't really care که تو از هوایی آمدی یا از کشتی آمدی یا که رقم آمدی. دیگه he didn't apologize if he had offended anyone. That's the thing. I wish he had apologized. I wish he said something along the lines of که اگر کسی از این گپ از ما آزرده شده،
به خاطر خیلی بچه‌ها ناراحت بود بیرون میگفتن که توهین شده و
چون یک نفر نبود نه مثلا تعداد خیلی زیادی از اشخاص کسایی که حتی در کشتی نامده مثلا مثل خود و مثل ما مثل خیلی کسای دیگه او نکاتی را که اونجا گفته بود یا کامنت از اونها را they thought that it was offensive. They found it offensive. So there's definitely a question here as to whether that was just out of, I don't know, like that you just didn't think on the spot or you said something that you didn't mean anything behind it. But it's not so much about whether you meant to offend people or not, but rather people did get offended or not. How it was received on the other end is really what's important, right? And people actually commented about it straight away, from the audience, and he got the message clear that people were offended, which is why he then came and made the other comments, right?
I would understand if people like you and Murtaza didn't feel the same way because you guys didn't come by boat.
Yeah.
I came by boat and I'm a boat person. I am offended by that comment, even though I wasn't there. But what people told me outside, that he's been saying that as a singer, as a celebrity, that people love you. I actually love Jaweed Sharif's songs and he sings beautifully. But that comment is a bit offensive.
Hurtful.
It hurts me because ما چرا در کشتی هم دلیلی که ما خیلی دلایلی دارم که ما رای کشتی رو انتخاب کردم. رای کشتی راه آسان نبودم. من قضیه جان خو بازی که سر خود کف دیسک گرفتم دم به خاطر چی هم دم به خاطر یک امنیت، به خاطر یک اپورتونیتی، به خاطر نمیزی دیسکریمینیشن ها، از خاطر نبود امنیت، از خاطر نداشتن یک اپورتونیتی که اونجا آدم بتونه رشد کنه.
تو چندین سالاش در اینجا بودی زندگی کردی. تا حالا کسی تو رو گفته از کشتی آمده؟
I swear to God, no one has ever said anything to me. Even the people that I've talked to, they've been really like they're emotional about the journey that I've been.
Yeah.
Very supportive.
The first thing you have to think about is, that journey that somebody is prepared to take is evident in itself, that it was really difficult for them. They fled from something, and their lives were in danger, and you have to respect it. You have to consider, acknowledge, recognize the sensitivities, especially as a celebrity, as an artist. The expectation is there that you need to be aware of these sensitivities of the people that are from your country, from the people that are refugees and have fled for their lives,
and
for you to make a joke about it, not only once, multiple times. I think that is the question, right?
Yes.
Like, it is a serious matter that you cannot joke about, because these people fled from their lives. They are refugees, and they're here, made a new life for themselves. And and if it was one person who got offended about it, two person got offended about it, I'd be like, well, maybe it was just a joke, whatever. But there was a great deal of people that found it offensive. That's the question.
I mean, let's remember that the event is live. و جای شریف کسی یک خواننده است، سخنور نیست، نه؟ So I mean, you could make mistakes in what you say once, and you should realize that a person of his caliber should realize that, okay, this comment that I just made could possibly offend people, and you shouldn't need for the audience to come and tell you that, hey mate, like this thing that you just told, this comment that you made is not really funny. It would have been funny if there was four of us sitting here, around a campfire, around a bonfire, and we're having some tea, and you make a comment against because we have a deep personal relationship. But at an event like that, it's like, I mean, you have to have that understanding.
And a lot of the people over there was boat people.
And you should. Besides, like these guys are your patrons. The fact that you're making money that night, this person who you are calling boat person is actually feeding you that night. Okay.
And I think there's two. Exactly. That's such a good point. Like there's two sides to it, right? There is the ethic part of it, as an ethical person, being from a country where are also a refugee yourself, because you're not allowed to be in your country and not freely sing the way you're singing and have concerts and all that. So I think you have lived experience of fleeing your country and coming here and being in a Western country and being a refugee. So that the ethical expectations from you to understand that these are similar. So there's one side to it, right? The other side, like you said, is the business part of it all, right? We don't have statistics here, but a vast majority of people there were either people that came by boat or as a result of other people that came by boat us. So I think they're the ones that are your customers of your business. And if you want to continue to be a popular singer, to be a loved singer, and continue to come to Australia, and for us to be excited and come to your concerts, I think that's you can't really be continuing to make comments like that.
A proper apology where there is no excuses
or an explanation at least as to how it happened.
No, people have gotten offended, and you as a person have offended people. So the apology should come out in a way where there is no excuses involved in there, and it should say solemnly that I have offended people, and I expect from a person of that that caliber as an artist, he should have that level of social intelligence.
Absolutely right. If Jaweed Sharif is somehow listening to this, or someone close to him is listening to him, I hope that he comes forward and elaborate and shed some light on these comments. Why did he make those comments, and what?
But you're specifically asking for an apology.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think people deserve an apology. I'm not a boat person. My father is a boat person, and I feel offended by it, and I think he needs, the least we deserve is an apology from him. You've offended people, and yeah, you need an apology.
Well, I hope that we do get that apology from Sharif, and
it's worth reaching out to the organizer, Fahim, and be like, hey, this is how we feel.
And
do you have anything to say about this?
And also for people that are watching this, I think that's, we wanted to kind of share our thoughts. We took our time to kind of think about it and decide whether we wanted to talk about it or not, and we decided collectively that it was an important topic because there's a lot of people that felt this way, and I think, like you said, it is worth reaching out to their organization.
And the other thing to address is that if there was malice involved in behind these comments, if you honestly that was your intention to offend people or to belittle them in a manner, in any shape or way or form, then I think personalities like that shouldn't be given a platform, shouldn't be celebrated as much. If there is malice involved and you intentionally wanted to belittle, یک مسخره کنی، یک قشری از مردم را، اگر همچین شخصیت هستی نباید همچین استقبالی که حاضر میشه نباید شود در آینده.
Anyways, I think we should slowly wrap this up. Questions raised, mismanagement of it. Hopefully it won't happen again. Hopefully the events in Sydney and Brisbane are going to be better. Hopefully the future events are going to be managed better. And hopefully we hear from Jaweed Sharif about those comments.
And the other concerts that we've been to, they've been really good.
A lot better. So I mean the Farhad Darya concert. I truly enjoyed it. It was professional. It was really managed well. And obviously the money that you paid for, the money that I paid for, I felt like it was I got the value for the money that I paid for. So hopefully more events like that.
And من در کنسرت های دیگه که قبلا رفتم honestly یک از میوزیک انجوی کردم، یک امو کنیکشن را که مو هنرمند با اودینس و از طریق گپ زدن خوب برقرار مونه، اونمو از میوزیکش که در بعض وقتا ارزشمندتر است.
I think یک اسکیلی خیلی خوب است که هر هنرمند باید روزی کار کنه تا بتونه امو کنیکشن قد اودینس خوب سه برقرار بتونه.
خب I think we should wrap it up. Until next time.
Thanks.
Thank you everyone.